Welcome, Patriots fans, to another episode of This Week in Patriots Baseball, a podcast. I'm your host, Chad Kurz. I'm joined by Patriots Manager Keith Fischer. It's been a couple weeks, Keith, since we've had a chance to sit down and get together. How have you been?
Good, Chad. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for being here. Let's get right into today's doubleheader, first doubleheader of the year. The Patriots dropping a hard-fought doubleheader, 2-game set to the Flying Squirrels, 4-2 in Game 1, 7-4 in Game 2. Drops the Patriots to 1-4 on the season. Still a lot of baseball left. Keith, no, we're just moments from stepping off the field, but what's your immediate takeaway from this morning's games?
It's the first time we've played the Flying Squirrels. We didn't match up against them last year, so we hadn't had a chance to see them yet. They certainly appeared to be a solid team. Could hit the ball real well. They did that pretty consistently all day. I think there's only a few errors really on either side of the ball. So for the most part, two pretty clean games, and they just played a little bit better than we did today.
Yeah, you spoke a little bit about the defense there. Was, as you said, pretty clean. Offensively, I think the Patriots, hit the ball pretty well. I'd say, if anything, it was, probably a matter of missing that timely hit that could either have brought us back or blown a game open. And on the other side, they hit the ball well, but it also seemed like they got a few bleeders and dinks and dunks that just sort of seemed to find, holes in our defense. And, I feel like we've said this now a couple times, but sometimes that's the way the game goes.
I think we definitely left a lot of men on base today. We'll have to go look back and look at the book and see, but it did feel like, I think we left them loaded a couple times today throughout the two games. I know we left them loaded there in the last inning of the last game. I think if anything, we need to do a better job about jumping on those situations and making them hurt a little bit more. We really weren't able to do that today.
Well, one bright spot offensively, Billy Schultz breaking out in a big way, 4 hits across the 2 games today. Did you see anything in Billy's at-bats that seemed to be something that he had figured out, or anything over the course of the past 2 weeks that maybe you and the staff have been working with him on the side?
Billy, by his own admission, I don't think doesn't prefer to face the lefties, but he was in there against a lefty in the first game, and sure enough, hit him well. So, I think it's just a testament to Billy over the past couple seasons. His hitting has really continued to improve, and he cashed in 4 hits today, and he continues to be productive for us there in the middle of the lineup.
Jeff Pyatt, I know we've talked about his clutch hitting. He had another big 2-out RBI for us earlier in Game 1. For the pitchers, outside of really, sort of an outlier, one rough inning in each of Game 1 and Game 2, Nick really settled in Game 1, and Luke in Game 2, again, one tough inning, but, held down the fort for us and gave us a chance to come back. What'd you see from the pitchers today?
Yeah, I think so far this year, we've been certainly easing the pitchers into their workload, and that's been by design. I think we're seeing them, get a little bit sharper each time out. I think it took an inning or two for Nick to settle in today, and like you said, Luke had the one bad inning there in the second. But I think both of them, finished strong. Joey had a really great outing, both outings today. Came and pitched both games. And
we got to get that kid a belt, though. Did you see him running out there without a belt?
No. As a matter of fact, if that's the case,
maybe he just goes with it.
Well, if that's the case, that should be something that should be reported to the kangaroo court.
That's true. That's true. Stay tuned for more details on the Kangaroo Court in a forthcoming episode of This Week in Patriots Baseball, a podcast. But yeah, you know what? If that's going to be his thing and he's going to deal like that, I don't know.
Maybe just send him out there beltless. Keep on trotting him out there.
Yeah, I think the jury's out on that, and that is the purpose of the Kangaroo Court, to rule on those sorts of things.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I think the larger takeaway is, as you said, 2 impressive outings from Joey today, and hopefully that's something we can look for more of as the season progresses.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, so it's a 2-week break now. We've got our bye week next weekend, and we're back in action. Actually, our first Saturday game of the season, Mother's Day weekend, Saturday the 11th, and it's our first matchup of the season against the vaunted Orioles.
Yeah.
What do you know about the Orioles so far this year?
I know that they have they've lost at least 1 or 2 games so far, but hey, I think the Orioles, I think they've either been in the finals or won the championship every single year. I think they've won 1 championship, and I'm pretty sure they've been in the finals every other year. So, obviously they're a great team with strong pedigree, and we haven't had a ton of success against them in the past. And by a ton of success, I can't recall ever defeating them. I might be wrong about that, but there haven't been too many victories against the O's. So, we'll look to reverse that trend in 2 weeks. Hopefully, we were able to get 5 games in April, which is more than we normally, are able to squeeze in due to weather and things of that nature. We'd like to have, I think, some more victories in the win column at this point. But when all is said and done, we're going to be just fine, and we're going to be a real tough team to beat come July.
Here's to hoping that we get off the schneid here, this little 4-game skid to start the season after opening day's resounding win, and also can notch our first victory against the Orioles. That would be two good trends to reverse.